Hey, Mike, quick question. If someone asked you right now, tell me about yourself, what would you say?
Honestly, I'd probably freeze up and say something like, I'm Mike. I like things?
Exactly. That's exactly what most people do in a job interview, and that's why they don't get the job.
Today we're going to talk about job interviews, real conversations, real answers, the kind of English that actually works.
And if you stay till the end, you're going to hear some phrases that we actually use, the kind native speakers say, not the boring textbook stuff.
So don't go anywhere. This one is going to help you a lot.
Okay, Mike, so I have some big news. I have a job interview next week.
Wait, really? That's exciting. Where? What kind of job?
It's a marketing position at a tech company downtown. I'm really happy about it, but also a little nervous.
Oh, that's totally normal. I remember my last interview. I was so nervous I forgot my own phone number when they asked me for it.
No way. That's so embarrassing.
I know. But honestly, after that, I started preparing more, and it made a huge difference.
Yes, preparation is everything. So I've been practicing a lot. I keep looking at common interview questions and trying to answer them out loud.
That's a great idea. Which questions are you practicing?
The usual ones like, tell me about yourself, what are your strengths, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Those ones.
Oh, yes, those are very common. Almost every interview starts with, tell me about yourself.
And it sounds simple, right? But it's actually one of the hardest questions to answer well.
Because you don't want to just read your CV out loud. They already have your CV. They want to know who you are as a person.
Exactly. So I've been trying to make it short, like 2 or 3 minutes, and focus on my experience, what I'm good at, and why I want this job.
That's smart. A lot of people talk for 10 minutes and start talking about their childhood.
Right. Nobody asked about that. So I keep it focused and professional.
What about, what are your strengths? How do you answer that without sounding like you're bragging?
That's the tricky part. I think the key is to give a real example. So instead of just saying, I'm a good communicator, which everyone says, I say something like, I'm good at communicating with clients. In my last job, I handled all the customer emails and we increased our response rate by 30%.
Oh, that's much better. You're showing them, not just telling them.
Yes, show, don't just tell. That's the golden rule.
What about weaknesses? I always hate that question. What is your biggest weakness? It feels like a trap.
Oh, it does feel like a trap. But the trick is to be honest, but also show that you are working on it.
What do you mean?
So, for example, you don't say, I'm lazy or I'm always late. That's too honest. But you also don't say, my biggest weakness is that I work too hard, because no interviewer believes that anymore.
Yeah, that one is so old. No one buys it.
Instead, you say something real, like, sometimes I spend too much time on small details because I want everything to be perfect. But I've been learning to set time limits for myself so I can move faster.
That's perfect. You admitted something real, but you also showed you're improving.
Exactly. Interviewers like that. It shows self-awareness.
Self-awareness, that's a great word. It means you understand yourself, your good points and your not so good points.
Yes, and companies really value that now. They don't just want someone who is technically good, they want someone who can grow and learn.
That makes a lot of sense. What about, why do you want to work here? That one is also tough sometimes.
It is, and I think the biggest mistake people make is saying something generic, like, because it's a great company and I want to grow.
Yeah, every company is great. That doesn't tell them anything.
Right. So I always research the company before the interview. I look at their website, their social media, recent news about them, and then I mention something specific.
Like what?
Like, I've been following your company for 2 years. I really like your campaign on sustainability last year. I think it shows that you care about more than just profit, and that matches my values.
Wow, that would definitely impress an interviewer.
It shows you actually did your homework, that you're serious.
did your homework. That means you prepared and researched, right?
Yes, exactly. Do your homework is a common expression that means to research and prepare before something important.
Good phrase. I'll remember that. Okay, so what about the end of the interview when they ask, do you have any questions for us?
Oh, this is so important. And so many people just say, no, I think you covered everything. And that's actually a missed opportunity.
Really? Why?
Because it shows you're not really curious or interested. Good candidates always have questions. It shows you're thinking seriously about the role.
So what kind of questions should you ask?
Things like, what does a typical day look like in this role? Or what do you enjoy most about working here? Or what are the biggest challenges for someone in this position?
Those are really thoughtful questions.
They are, and they also help you decide if this job is actually right for you. Remember, an interview is not just the company choosing you, it's also you choosing the company.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. That's a really good mindset shift.
Mindset shift. Yes, that means changing the way you think about something.
You know what, Sophia? Speaking of practicing for interviews, can I show you something quickly?
Sure, what is it?
So our team at the Daily Dialogue actually built something for exactly this. It's called Talk to Gemma. It's an AI English tutor at talktogemma.com.
Yes, and the cool thing is, you can actually practice a job interview scenario inside the app. You speak directly with an AI tutor, it listens, corrects you, and tells you exactly what to improve.
There's Gemma and Oliver, two AI tutors, and you can choose a scenario like job interview, airport, doctor visit, and more.
People are already using it to crack job interviews and even IELTS exams. You can start a free 3-day trial. The link is in the description and pinned comment below.
Okay, go check it out. Now back to the interview tips.
Okay, so we talked about the questions, but what about how you look and act during the interview? Body language matters too.
Oh, absolutely. You can say all the right words, but if your body language is bad, it can hurt your chances.
Like what?
Like crossing your arms. That makes you look closed off or defensive, or looking at the floor when you talk. That shows low confidence.
Right. You want to make eye contact, not in a creepy way, but in a natural, confident way.
Yes, not staring, just comfortable eye contact.
And sit up straight. Don't slouch in the chair. It shows you're engaged and professional.
Slouch means to sit in a lazy way, with your back bent and your shoulders forward.
Yes. Also, smile when it's natural. You don't have to smile the whole time like a robot, but being warm and friendly makes a good impression.
And what about your voice? A lot of people speak too quietly when they're nervous.
That's so true. Speak clearly and at a normal speed. If you're nervous, you might talk too fast. Take a breath and slow down.
And if you don't understand a question, it's okay to say, could you please repeat that? Or, I just want to make sure I understand. Are you asking about...
Yes. Never pretend you understood when you didn't. It's much better to ask. Interviewers respect that.
Another thing, be positive about your past jobs. Even if you had a bad experience with a boss or a company, don't say bad things about them in the interview.
That's really important. It makes you look unprofessional. Instead of saying, my last boss was terrible, you say, I'm looking for a place where I can grow more, or I'm ready for a new challenge.
Keep it positive and forward-looking.
Forward-looking, yes. Focus on the future, not the past problems.
What about salary? When do you talk about money?
The money question. It's a sensitive topic. Usually it's best to wait for the interviewer to bring it up first, but if they ask you what are your salary expectations, be prepared.
Do you give a specific number or a range?
I usually give a range, like, based on my experience and research, I'm looking for something in the range of X to Y, and research the market first so your number is realistic.
And what if they offer less than what you want?
You can negotiate. Don't just say yes or no immediately. You can say, that's a little below what I was expecting. Is there any flexibility? And say it calmly and professionally.
Negotiate. That means to discuss until you both agree on something that works.
Yes, and it's totally normal. Most companies expect candidates to negotiate a little.
I didn't know that. I always thought you just had to take whatever they offer.
A lot of people think that, but polite negotiation is actually respected, as long as you're not aggressive about it.
Aggressive means too strong or demanding in a negative way.
Exactly. Be confident, not aggressive. There's a big difference.
Okay, let's talk about what to wear. Does that really matter?
It really does, especially for your first impression. You know the saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
So true. What do you wear for an interview?
It depends on the company culture. For a traditional company like a bank or law firm, you wear formal business clothes. For a startup or creative company, you might dress smart casual.
Smart casual. What does that mean exactly?
Smart casual means you look neat and put together, but not in a full suit. Like nice trousers, a clean shirt or blouse. Not jeans and a t-shirt, but not a full formal suit either.
That makes sense. And when in doubt?
When in doubt, it's always better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed. You can always take off a jacket. You can't put one on if you didn't bring it.
Good logic. Okay, what about virtual interviews? More and more companies do video interviews now.
Yes, and there are some extra things to think about. First, your background. Make sure it's clean and professional, not your bedroom with clothes on the floor.
Or the kitchen with dirty dishes.
Right. A plain wall or a tidy bookshelf is great. And make sure your lighting is good. The light should be in front of you, not behind you.
Because if the light is behind you, you look like a dark shadow.
Exactly. And test your internet and your camera before the interview. Don't wait until 2 minutes before to figure out your camera doesn't work.
And dress professionally from the top at least. You might be wearing pajamas on the bottom, no one knows.
Okay, that's technically true, but still, get dressed properly. It puts you in the right mindset.
Good point. Oh, and one more thing. Be on time. Or actually, be a little early.
For in-person interviews, arrive 5 to 10 minutes early, not 30 minutes early because that can be awkward for the interviewer.
But definitely not late.
Never late. If something happens, traffic, your train is delayed, call ahead and let them know. Most companies will understand one time, but don't make it a habit.
And if the interview goes well and they say, we'll be in touch, what do you do after?
Send a follow-up email within 24 hours. Thank them for their time, say you enjoyed the conversation, and mention something specific from the interview.
That's a nice touch. It shows professionalism.
And it keeps you in their memory. If they interviewed 10 people and you're the only one who sent a thank you email, guess who they'll remember?
You. Definitely you.
Exactly. Small things like that make a big difference.
You know, listening to all this, I think the most important thing is confidence. Even if your English isn't perfect, confidence matters so much.
100%. No interviewer expects you to be perfect. They want to see how you think, how you communicate, how you handle pressure.
And if you don't know a word, just describe it. That's what native speakers do too sometimes.
Yes. Like, if you forget the word negotiate, you can say, discuss the salary until we both agree. That's perfectly fine.
And keep practicing. The more you practice, the more natural it feels.
The first interview is always the scariest, but each one gets easier.
Like most things in life, right?
Exactly like most things in life.
Okay, let's quickly go over some of the key phrases we talked about today. These are really useful for a job interview.
First, when you talk about yourself, I have X years of experience in, or in my last job, I was responsible for X.
When you talk about strengths, one of my strengths is, for example, in my previous role,
When you talk about weaknesses, I sometimes, but I've been working on improving this by.
When you ask the interviewer questions, what does a typical day look like? Or what do you enjoy most about working here?
When you negotiate salary, I'm looking for something in the range of, is there any flexibility?
And after the interview, send a thank you email. Don't skip that step.
These are the building blocks of a great interview in English. Use them.
Okay, now here is our question of the day.
We want you to practice right now in the comments section below.
The question is, tell me about yourself. Write your interview answer in the comments. Imagine you were in a real job interview right now. Write it in English.
We will read your answers and give you feedback in the comments. This is your chance to practice with us directly.
Don't be shy. Everyone starts somewhere. Write it down below.
Before we go, if this episode helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds and it really helps our channel grow.
And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification.
We post new episodes every single day. Every day there's something new to learn. Topics like talking about feelings, morning routines, travel, grammar, all in simple, natural English.
Think about it. Just 15 minutes a day of listening to real English conversations. That's how fluency happens. Not from one big study session, from small, consistent daily practice.
So make this channel part of your daily routine. We'll be here every day. And every day, your English gets a little better.
And if you want to go even further, remember Talk to Gemma at talktogemma.com. Practice speaking, get real feedback, try the job interview scenario, and see how much better you do.
Link is in the description and pinned comment. Check it out and start your 3-day free trial today.
Thank you so much for watching today.
We'll see you tomorrow. Keep practicing, keep growing. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.